Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. Wont. Former champion Carl Froch says Deontay Wilder won't be worried after Joshua's win over Joseph Parker. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Big shout out to skysports.com. I have linked to this interview and this article in the comment section or the description. Make sure you guys check it out. Carl Froch, former champion, British fighter. He says after Anthony Joshua defeated Joseph Parker in a unification, this is what he had to say. Let's be honest. What will Deontay Wilder make of that? Will he be worried? Has that sent a message saying, I'm coming for you? I don't think Wilder will be concerned about that performance. He won't be worried. When AJ says, I will knock you Spark out, I don't think Deontay Wilder believes him, because what you saw there does not send that message. He did what he had to do to win. Deontay Wilder should have been here to drum this up and drive home that he wants the fight, but unfortunately he didn't turn up tonight. Anthony Joshua doesn't have to prove anything. He's undefeated in 21 fights with 20 knockouts. He's going home this evening with an extra belt and an unmarked face. What more can you ask for? That was very impressive from AJ. It's the first time he's gone the distance. Has he found his optimum weight, or is he lacking a bit of power at that weight? The question marks will be raised from that. It was just a perfect performance in a way. Look at the state of his face. He didn't have a mark on him, and his hands aren't hurting. There are no injuries. Anthony Joshua got the job done, picking up another world title, so you can't really complain. And that's from Carl Froch. Now, I find it interesting. Ego's Army, stand up, new media, Pensacola, we talk tonight. You have a British fighter, former champion, so he knows the ropes, no pun intended, Carl Froch, whose former trainer when he was fighting trains Anthony Joshua. He's a fellow Brit. He's from the UK. And it's funny when I say certain things, I'm the villain and you damn Yanks, you don't know what you're talking about, you Yanks, and all this stuff. And you have Carl Froch who's saying it. So please explain that. Again, just like I said in my post-fight, Joshua did what he had to do to win, but the performance was a little bit flat. Now, I mean, on the bright side, like Carl Froch is saying, his face was unmarked and he collected another belt. Much better than losing or getting knocked down and losing and getting knocked out, stuff like that. But it doesn't, like, I agree with Carl Froch, and this is what I've been telling you, based on that performance, it doesn't send this shocking, scary message to Deontay Wilder where Wilder will be shaking his boots. He was just in there with a technical boxer who's a southpaw, who's really the boogeyman, was the boogeyman for years in the heavyweight division. High risk, low reward. You know what I mean? Because Joshua beating Joseph Parker, at the very end, he at least gets a belt. No matter what the fight was like, no matter what the action was like, there's a belt that came from it. Because of, really from Tyson Fury, because he slipped up in his personal life and had to give up his belts. So Joseph Parker was able to acquire a belt via a vacant belt versus Andy Ruiz Jr. But from what I've seen, I can't say that if Tyson Fury didn't mess up in his personal life, that I would pick Joseph Parker to have beaten Tyson Fury, especially when he fought Andy Ruiz, because he barely got past Andy Ruiz. He won a split decision, and some people feel that fight could have went either way. He fought Tyson Fury's cousin, and that was kind of another lackluster performance. And then versus Joshua, he was good, but he wasn't offensive, and he didn't close the championship rounds like he needed to. So experience matters, people. But Carl Froch is saying that doesn't send this scary message where Wilder would be like, oh shit. And if you look at it, it's actually quite the opposite with Wilder's last fight with Luis Ortiz. His last fight does send that message, because you had a guy who's technically better than you, a guy who outweighed you by, Wilder was like 219 at the weigh-in. No, he was 215 that fight. And Luis. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.